Please join me in congratulating PADS 2020 graduates. And a special thank you to our PADS village of supporters, including volunteers, donors, and staff that helped to ensure these graduates could cross our virtual stage. We celebrate your contributions. It is only with this community effort that we are able to continue to fulfill our mission and place these life-changing assistance dogs. Puma and I are very proud to be part of this remarkable PADS village. Now I'd like to introduce the 2020 breeding program graduates. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the scientist behind the genetics of these amazing dogs, Jackie Clark.
Hello PADS grads and PADS community. My name is Jackie Clark. I'm the breeding program manager at PADS and also a member of the puppy raising team. I'd like to start out on behalf of myself and my colleagues in the breeding program by offering our hearty congratulations to the 2020 graduating class. We're really sorry not to be able to meet you in person at this time, but we are wishing you guys long, happy working partnerships with your assistance dogs, and we look forward to meeting you when the world is a little bit more normal again. It has been a very weird year for the breeding program, as I know it has been for all of you. We started out the year by deciding to pause our breeding program when COVID started to ramp up because we didn't know what the future held, and we needed to get some things in place in order for our puppy raising program to be able to move online and to be able to onboard new volunteers. The result of this was that 7 of our girls promptly came into heat, and we lost basically half a year's worth of production out of the breeding program. I'm happy to say that we're back on track now. We have 6 girls who have been bred recently and are hoping to welcome a number of litters before the end of this calendar year. We have experienced some setbacks in terms of transport with the border being closed. A lot of our dogs tend to come in from the US, and we tend to export a lot of puppies to the US as well as part of our partnerships with other schools within Assistance Dogs International. So that has also been a little bit of a challenge this year. But nevertheless, we have pushed on. We have had several of our boys serve short-term breeding rotations this year, which is fairly new for us, where a promising young male will sire 1 to 3 litters for the breeding program before being neutered and go back into training. And we have selected 6 lovely new breeding girls to join the breeding department and replace dogs that are retiring this year. Now, one would think when doing breeder selection that we would start by looking at the dogs that we have and deciding who looks the best when we handle them. While the individual dog's personality is really important, we tend to take the approach of gathering a ton of data on all of our dogs ahead of time and shortlisting the dogs that we feel are going to have the most to offer for the breeding program. We look at things like the reports that they've gotten from their puppy instructor and from their puppy raiser. We look at who their sire and dam are and how well they're represented in our breeding program, and whether they're going to bring in some diversity for us, some stability, or whether they're too closely related to the rest of the dogs that we have. And we look at what health problems their sire and dam are known to produce, how their litter mates are doing in training, if they have any temperament problems, if they have any health problems, how their half siblings have done in training or are doing in training. And then also we look at how they perform based on the priorities that we've set for the breeding program. So what traits we're looking to promote and what traits we're looking to try and breed away from. And finally, we combine this all with a final assessment of the dogs that shows us how they perform in different situations when they're under a little bit of stress, as they would be in a working career. To help us refine this process even further in the future, the breeding program is currently involved in a DNA study with the Broad Institute at MIT and Harvard, along with the International Working Dog Breeding Association, where we are hoping to be able to identify specific genes that correspond to temperament traits that we're either trying to promote or to steer away from, as well as different health traits that we are looking to try and manage. And so in the future, we are hoping that we will have even better, more objective information to be able to make breeding decisions based on that. So our first graduate this year is Sierra 2. Sierra is a spicy black lab female. She is from our Tater Tots litter, And she is a 4th generation PADS breeding. And not only that, all 4 of her grandparents are PADS dogs. Sierra brings beautiful confidence to our program, and we're very excited to have her pass that on to her puppies. Her breeder caretakers are social workers, and so Sierra goes to work with them and has been fitting in really nicely at work. Sierra has had 1 litter so far, the 7-star hometown crew litter, and is hopefully going to be expecting a 2nd litter later this year. Our 2nd breeding graduate's name is Nala. Nala is a wiggly, social, bright black lab female. She brings in really nice diversity for PADS. She came to us as part of the ABC Breeding Cooperative from Southeastern Guide Dogs down in Florida, and nothing in her pedigree is related to anything else we have. So she opens up a lot of possibilities for us. She has a really beautiful temperament. She is confident, she's stable, and she's good with body handling, all of which we are trying to really promote in the breeding program right now. Our 3rd breeding program graduate's name is Valentine. Valentine was named for a dear PADS volunteer, champion, donor, supporter named Juanita Valentine, who passed away a couple of years ago. Valentine is a yellow lab golden retriever mix. And by mix, I mean that she is mostly Labrador. She has about 4% golden retriever in her. She is from Canine Companions for Independence down in California, and brings in some really nice diversity to our program. She brings in some softness and temperament, but she can also be sweet and feisty. We are hoping that Valentine is going to have a litter at the end of this year. Our 4th breeding program graduate is HELOISE. HELOISE is a lovely yellow lab female. She is a homegrown PADS pup. She was born here, and she is the 3rd generation of our breeding. She is from our philosopher's litter. HELOISE can be sweet and cuddly at home. In puppy class, she was described as a dog who had learned to fake calm but was always ready to go. She is a new mom. She has a litter of puppies on the ground right now named the Ballet Legends litter, and she really loves her puppies and loves being a mom. Our 5th breeding program graduate is POSY. POSY is a sweet little black lab female. POSY came to us as a stud fee from Southeastern Guide Dogs, and what that means is when another school uses one of our stud dogs, in exchange we get the pick female puppy from the litter back. So it's a nice way that's kind of underappreciated for PADS to bring in new lines and supplement our number of puppies through other schools using our stud dogs. POSY brings in some really nice diversity through her dam line, which is not related to anything that we have. She is a calmer, more low-key, even-keeled dog, which we need a little bit of to balance with our spicier dogs, and also to produce some of our really nice accredited facility dog type temperaments. HELOISE and POSY were both raised in schools, and POSY, one of her good traits is that she is really good with body handling, which is something that some of our dogs struggle with. So we're really trying to promote bringing that into our program. Our last breeding program graduate is Jewel. Jewel is also a lab golden retriever mix who is very heavily on the lab side. She is a wiggly little girl. She comes from Canine Companions for Independence in California as well, and brings in some really great diversity for our program. She isn't related to anything else, which gives us all sorts of options in terms of who we want to breed her to. One of Jewel's greatest qualities is that she brings in really great resilience. If anything happens that causes her to get a little bit excited or anxious, she transitions right back into working mode really easily. Jewel also has some really great hearing dog traits. When we tested her, if the smoke alarm went off, her inclination was to listen to it, go back to her handler and move back towards the sound, which is something that we look for. And so we hope that she will pass that on to some of her puppies as well. So there you have it. Those are the 6 girls who are graduating in the breeding program this year. Hopefully by next year's grad, they will all have had litters born into the PADS program, and we will see those puppies in the puppy parade next year. Thank you guys all for your ongoing support. Congratulations again to our clients, and I hope that next year we will be able to see one another in person.